Shut it down, down. Shut it down, down. Oh, whoa, yo, hold up. Errol Spence pumps the brakes on Terence Crawford, says he ain't getting Jermell Charlo if I can't get him. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing SLC. Subscribe, like, comment, gang. Ellie Setback of ES News has an exclusive with Errol Spence Jr., and he appears to be in the back or locker room or whatnot for the Frank Martin fight. And Errol Spence did this interview, and he basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, that if Terence Crawford, he keeps talking about fighting Jermell Charlo. He said, if I can't get the fight with Terence Crawford, I know for a fact that Terence Crawford ain't finna bypass me and get a fight with Jermell Charlo. Now, I'm not a psychologist, and I'm not trying to overdo it and psychoanalyze every little thing, but from my perspective, being honest, Errol Spence Jr., the way he said it, I do look at body language and certain cues, pause, and Errol Spence said it pretty matter-of-factly and pretty confidently, like as if this topic had already come up before, like maybe between him and Al or Steven Espinoza, but he did say it matter-of-factly from my perspective. So that leads me to believe what I've always expected. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. I got to be the best in the business. I'm the best in boxing history. I keep telling you that. Listen to what I say and what I put on wax, and then it comes true. The great Ego Stradamus. I said this, and ironically enough, when it comes to Terence Crawford, people can say whatever they want about me, but I've continually given you guys my opinions, which later show and prove to be facts. Terence Crawford is a damn good fighter. I've always said that. Questionable business decisions, his business acumen, some of the statements, some of his methods, if you will, that's what I've questioned. And that's real outside of the ring stuff. But I forecasted these issues with Terence Crawford many moons ago before they actually transpired, before they actually took place. I'm talking about when he was with Top Rank years before, like even before Errol Spence was in his car wreck. I told you this because the future is easy for the great Ego Stradamus to see. And it was easy for me to see that being on Top Rank and re-signing before the Jose Benavidez fight would do no favors to Terence Crawford, nor put him in a position of leverage, because simply put, Top Rank would not be able to offer up the type of names to have the same type of star build as PBC and Errol Spence. So that's what happened. Although this is from my perspective, I was well aware of Terence Crawford, and he was making noise and making motion, making waves before people and myself were really on Errol Spence. But what's happened, and maybe it's created some envy from Crawford or Crawford's team and fans, is that Errol Spence has lapped him in terms of that popularity, in terms of signature wins, in terms of the amount of probably money he's making, and I don't want to get too far into the financials because I really don't care about that. But, overall, just the A-sidedness of the matter, Errol Spence has definitely put more butts in seats, bigger events, better promoted, etc. Meanwhile, Crawford's been stranded on death row, and he's been over. And then even when he became free, another questionable decision for whatever reason to fight David Avocado. Yeah, I know. So moving on, I said the same thing when Terence Crawford kept like getting into beefs and little spats and quarrels with Jermell Charlo. Lines only, keep running your mouth. Yeah, right. And I was like, this is cool, but you guys have to understand, being part of media, being an analyst and commentator, vlogger, blogger, whatever you want to call me personally, I care about my name. I care about my brand. I care about my surname. I care about everything in this world that I put my name to, that I've worked on, that I'm a part of, because that's just who I am as an individual. And it's rare. And I realize that as I get older, that it's rare. You have to have integrity. You have to have integrity with what you do. It's not just about a bunch of clickbait and, trying to get people to see you. And then that stuff, like, I never believed in like the gimmicks of it all. Coming with a big, massive gimmick, because gimmicks fade. What I do is immortalize. What I do and what I've done for the game, what I continue to do, will be eternal, and I've inspired a lot of people along the way, and I'll continue to do such because I'm a trendsetter, never been better, get cheddar like I got a vendetta, right? So that being said, I wasn't doing a bunch of videos about Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. And the ones I did is, just basic, going over what was said. But I didn't waste the time. Like, one thing I think I do that sets me apart from a lot of people on this YouTube platform is I don't try to give too much precedence or energy to things that I know is fluke, things that I know are flawed, things that I know won't happen, or in my best prognosis, I don't feel like this is real. Like Shakur Stevenson fighting Pitbull. I may talk about it because I want to give you guys the news, but I'm not going to spend 18 videos talking about something that I don't think is going to happen for a multitude of reasons. You see what I'm saying? So I think I've been very good about that. And that's the same thing with Terence Crawford, Jermell Charlo. Of course, I've talked about it because my job is to inform. I got to talk about everything. That's what you guys know me for. But I haven't really put too much effort into having these intricate thoughts of Jermell and Terence Crawford because I don't think it's a reality. And now Errol Spence saying what he said to Ellie, that proves it to me. It proves it that, the way he said it and the way he was positioned and confident, he basically said straight up, if I don't get him, then what makes him think he's going to get Jermell Charlo? It's not going to happen. And Errol Spence has been a man of his word, just kind of like Deontay Wilder, also of PBC. And when a person has showed me certain things and their word has been reliable and trustworthy, then they've built up credit with me. It's just like literal credit. Like if you have a credit card, the way they determine if they can increase your credit limit or approve you for this credit card is your credit worthiness, which is your trustworthiness, which is based on your past spending and paying off debts and your debt to income and debt to expenditures and balances ratios. That's how they determine if you're worthy of a credit line increase or a credit card in general, right? So I have that same method and methodology and whatnot when it comes to fighters or anybody. It's just you built up the good credit. Errol Spence has built up good credit with me, saying, oh, I'm gonna come back for the winner. Pacquiao, I want to fight Pacquiao, Ugas, I'll come back for the winner. And he's saying these things, and he came back for the winner, which was Ugas of that. I want to, it's my he came up and built up that good credit and did to say, oh, well, I come back from this accident, a little life setback. I'm gonna come back, no tune-up. And then he didn't do a tune-up. So he's earned that for me. And if he's telling me that and sounding like he sounded, that Jermell Charlo, or moreover, Crawford is not getting the Charlo fight, then I believe him, because I believe this has probably been a conversation. And it looks bad for Crawford because Crawford, and I'll do a separate video about it, but he's like, oh, Charlo, Errol Spence is your daddy talking for you, blah, blah, blah. But to me, that looks bad because Crawford's team, there's a lot of people that talk on behalf of Crawford. So what's the difference? How are you going to say Errol's your daddy and wampty? But then there's many people that do YouTube videos or Twitter on behalf of Crawford. So it's kind of hypocritical in it all. But either way, I don't have much faith of Jermell Charlo and Crawford happening before Errol Spence. And I don't even know if the Errol Spence would happen. So that's why I haven't really spent too much energy on that. Hopefully I explain that in the video. Other than that, Jermell Charlo, check out my other video. He has a broken hand. So his initial scheduled fight with Tim Tszyu has been pushed back or postponed. No official date. He has to go through the motions and basically rehab and recover. So that's another reason why Crawford is kind of screwed in the equation, because if you don't come back to the table with Errol Spence, Jermell Charlo, he's out for the foreseeable future. And then when he comes back, he has a mandatory to fulfill. So everything keeps getting pushed back. Errol Spence said he got in an accident. He got banged up. So he said he coming back in possibly May or June. So that's 5-6 months into the year. And now with Charlo, was supposed to come back turn of the year in January next month. Now he's not coming back and that gets pushed back. Who is Crawford going to fight? Boom. Introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.